Jijue. And this is my love song. Yeah. So I step into the crib, feeling cheddars, knowing that my lady is a thing that's good. In a few weeks she'll be saying I do, so I'm meeting my dad to discuss on a few items about marriage. I'm so excited, trying to be calm, but it's so hard to hide it. About this my dad was not brightened. When I showed happiness he said be quiet. In a shokoti, daddy ni chani, he says siuzi vavide vonse pa malavingi. 1 minute ni makisi na mahagini, next ni makofi mwana. Welcome to Shepikisha Club. Bakugonga gonga atene real love. Don't say to my sweetie honey baby, to zasi love within a month. Welcome to Shepikisha Club. Olokeke wamebwanji, si ungaidie for 10 years every day. Same na chikwati, same girl ungatendwe anyway. Eloi mwenye chikondi chapafoni, will you still love her when you hear her snoring? Right now she looks good, but mwana utaba when you see her in the morning. Soko sipamoto, no makeup, akusha uta for bills unpaid. Teku uta umutima iweteka, love plus marriage in pressure. Welcome to Shepikisha Club. Bakugonga gonga atene real love. Don't say to my sweetie honey baby, to zazi love within a month. Welcome to Shepikisha Club. Yeah, nazingene samo ma problemo. Lord Jesus, please help me solve them. Then God says, your wife is your occupation. You must love her like I love the congregation. There will be hard times, yes, but it's just like every life test. I guarantee you'll never fail with love, because I, the Lord, your God, is love. Love's patient, kind and long-suffering. No envy, pride or self-seeking. Thinks no evil and endures all things. Rejoices in the truth and believes all things. Welcome to real love. No gonga, the real love. Welcome to real love. No gonga, the real love. Chikondi music.
Like for MCT, I know we have many procedures, like those driving the tractors, the lorries and all that. When you go the field, there are procedures. When you are leaving for the field, there are procedures which you must what? Follow. And that is why many times some of you end in the disciplinary committee for failure to follow these what? Procedures. So today we have called you here and we are going to take you through some of these procedures. And when we are done with those procedures, we shall get to the closing part of our training here today. And we shall get a remark from the head of department, that is our DGM. And after that, then we shall get a vote of thanks from HR and New Site, Mr. Kazumoto. So that is the program for the day. And looking at my watch, we don't want to waste time. It is exactly 8:30. Am I right? It is exactly 8:30. And we are supposed to get the welcoming remarks from HR team, Mr. Kazumoto. Because I don't see Mr. Chirut.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Bwana Training Manager. I want to welcome you all here for this special training and emphasize its importance by all the situations that we have been going through. We need to pay a lot of attention so that we learn in order to benefit in our day-to-day duties, right? Nataka kuwakaribisha nyinyi madriver na maoperators yote kwa training hii. Na hii training ni muhimu sana na naomba mkuwe makini sana muwezi kujifunza. Hizi officers wa polisi wanaenda kutufunza na tuweze kufanyisha hayo experience kujisaidia au kujisaidisha kwa kazi yetu ya kila siku, si ndio? Tukiweza kupata mafunzo hayo tutaweza kujiepusha mambo ya accidents, tutaweza kujiepusha shida nyingi sana na tutaweza kujiepusha hata issues za DHC. So kwa hivyo naomba kila mtu akue makini sana. Pay a lot of attention and understand the importance of this training. It's not for granted, it's not be taken in vain. Everyone who is here must go back when he or she has changed. Na understand? Nafikiri lugha tunaelewana hapo. Nikiongea Kiswahili tunaelewana, si ndio? Mkinyamaza mimi hapa najua kama tunaelewana hapana. Mseme ndio au tunaelewana? Tunataka muelewe maneno mwenye wanaenda fundisha nyinyi leo. Kila mtu atoke hapa kama amepata mageuzo. Kila mtu atoke hapa akuwe accident free. Kwa sababu sisi yote tunafanyisha nini? Tunafanyisha mabarabara, tunafanyisha machines. Nyinyi wengi mnaendesha magari, si ndio? So hiyo mafunzo iko ya faida sana na kila mtu akuwe makini. Kila kitu kitapatiliwa na biscuits zipo, soda zipo na chakula ipo. Kwa hivyo kaa chonjo, uelewe kila kitu, understand wa traffic officers wanakuambia nini na usirudi tena kupata makosa yoyote kuelekana na mambo ya maendeshaji au kutembea kwa barabara. Mnasikia? Hatutaki kwenda tena kwa DHC. Ndio maana tunapatia nyinyi mafunzo hayo. Ndio maana tumeweka sheria kila mtu akuwe hapa. Tumeelewana? So ladies and gentlemen, let's pay a lot of attention to our facilitators who are going to be here shortly. There's first aid training that will help to save your life and save life of any other person that is in danger. And thereafter we get all traffic facilitations, understand how and when we need to get to help one another or save lives of other road users, and equally save the lives of the machines that we operate. Thank you so much. I therefore want to take this opportunity to invite any religious person or any well-wisher to commit us to the Almighty so that we start our training session. Thank you so much.
Yeah, voice and test. I want to confirm you. Just go agulu. Yo. Mulinya erya patiri, nerya omwana, nerya mwoyo omutuukirivu. Amina. Kitaffe ali mu ggulu, erinnya lye litiibwe, obwakabaka obujje. Byagala bikolebwe mu nsi nga bikolebwa mu ggulu. Tuwe emmere yaffe ya buli lunaku, otusonyiwe ebibi byaffe nga bwe tusonyiwa abatukola obubi. Mirembe n'emirembe. Amina. Hai Taata omukulu, tukusaba okubanga nti otuwa ebisinga ku lukuŋŋaano lwaffe luno lwe tukoze olunaku olwaleero, na byonna bye tugenda okubanga nti tuyitamu, byonna bye tugenda okubanga nti tuganyulwamu, bibeeko ne bye bitulaga, ate tubeeko n'ekintu ekyenjawulo kye tufuna, ate n'okubanga nti tusobola okubanga nti tutuukiriza ekyo kyennyini. Era nga tukusaba amagenda gonna ge tuba tukoze yenna yenna gy'aba atambuliddeko n'okubanga nti gy'ava, era okubanga nti nga tufundikira buli kimu, wabula tusobole okubanga nti tuweebwa nnyo ekisa okubanga nti tufuna n'amagezi agasingayo awamu n'okuyiga, era byonna nga kino kyonna tukikusaba nga tuyita mu Yesu Kristo Mukama waffe, Patiri, Mwana, Mwoyo Omutuukirivu. Amiina.
All right, thank you. What is your name?
I'm called Anguzu Fred, MCT driver.
Yes, Anguzu, thank you very much for leading us in our opening prayer. I will request that first table to move very fast. The registration table, the speed is slow. We want to start. I know DJ Meshara is not yet in with us, but he's on the way coming. We shall give him the time. I want us now to move to the next item, and that is from the training office. And so on that note, I want to once again welcome all of you to this training. Today, it's a very important day for all of us in this room. It is the only day when we come all together as the drivers and operators from MCT. And the purpose of this sitting here is to enable us here some of the few challenges, the progress, and the way forward regarding our work. We also know in SCOUL that this team in this room is a very important team. And I want you with effect from today to know that you are very important people. Because without you, there is no way sugarcane will move from the garden to the factory. And we see many of you working day and night, under sunshine and rain. Most of you are what? Are driving, operating your machines, both in the field and on the road. So we take you as very important people. And I also want you with effect from today to start looking at yourself as somebody very important. Many times I see some of my workers putting themselves in a very low what? Position. You are very important people in the company. And you are doing very, very important work. We cannot take you people for granted. And that's why today we are here. And I will request today that feel free, communicate with us. If there are challenges you are facing in the field, tell us. If you have any question, feel free and put the questions across. We shall give each of you time. Out together? And use any language, whether Swahili, whether Ateso, Luganda, Lugbara, we shall understand. We have those who will be translating. So feel free, don't fear. In a training like this, we treat people equally. We are not going to say that was a tractor driver, a lorry driver, a supervisor. No. We are going to treat you as our participants today. And feel free to interact with us, such that at the end of the day, we should be able to achieve the objectives of our being in this room here. Don't fear Kakaire. Even if he's your supervisor. Don't fear Opio. Don't fear Miso Shom or Uyu. If there are issues pertaining to our work, bring it out. It is our responsibility to address those issues. But if you just sit on them, you will not have any other fora altogether. Then, why do we go for trainings? One, we want to improve on our performance. We want to improve on our skills. We want to share the good things. But also we want to pick up new information. And so today, we have a team from police. They are coming here. They will be looking at defensive driving. They'll be looking at the offenses, the penalties. To some people that might be new. To others, it will be reviewing. For those who have been having them here every year in. But in learning does not stop, however old you are. Reviewing is still also a process of helping the brain to bring back that suppressed what? Information back to the surface. But above all, we want to reduce mistakes in our place of work. Take for the drivers, accidents, negligence and all that. We want to reduce those what? Mistakes. As somebody who's chairing the disciplinary committee, I want to say that this year I have had very few cases from MCT. And we associate it to or attribute it to this kind of interaction every year. Whenever we go for a shutdown, we call you for here. And so I want that by the end of the day, as we get back to duty, some of these cases should be reduced almost what? To zero. I don't want to see people from MCT coming, the DHC. For what? Why should you bring Oshom? Why should you bring Isaac? Why should I call Kazumoto that come and give a witness what? Statement. Let us do the right thing. Is that okay? And that is why we are here. The Oyukis will be taking us through some of the procedures. And when you follow procedures, you will not get into problems with Misaka Kaire. Issues like late coming and all that will not be there. And also, the one thing we shall be telling you, by next year, we are switching you people to fully automated attendance. They had wanted this year, but they are still piloting it. By next year, they will be switching us to fully automated what? Attendance. And that means issues of late coming and all that will be no more. Will be no what? No more. Then, the other issue that I will also talk about, which I see a great improvement, the issue of alcohol, drinking. I've seen a big improvement in this team. Those years when we call people here, the whole room would be smelling alcohol. But today the room is not smelling alcohol. David, thank you and Oshom. At least there's a big improvement in that area. This is a naked fact, not so. Because I've been having people every year here. But you find that as you enter the room, the whole room is smelling what? Alcohol. And I've been having many cases. Most of the cases which have been coming from MCT. One of them is drinking what? Driving. Or driving under the influence of what? Alcohol and causing accidents. But it has what? Reduced. And there are those drivers who have handled them physically on the issue of what? Alcohol. I've been following some of them and at least I see a big what? Improvement. Please, the gentlemen, alcohol is a big fool. I also drink, but it's a big what? Fool. My union man. You know alcohol as a big what? Fool. Push it aside. Even if you put the whole pot of alcohol in front of you and you drink, day in, day out, there is nothing good you are going to get from what? Alcohol. The only thing is that it's going to destroy your health and your future. And one thing you need to know is that we are lucky that we have a what? A job. If you come to my office, main HR, or the office of Mr. Brian, you will find sacks and sacks of application of children who are looking for what? For jobs. This job today you have is very, very what? Important in your life. It is what is putting food on your table and take it seriously. Don't play with your job. Is that okay? Don't play with what? Your job. Don't allow any report to bring you to the DHC. Any case coming to the DHC, the possibility is what? Termination. And that's why I'm saying don't play with what? Your job. You need this job, and this job will help you bring up your family. So put all those things which will make you play with your job, things like alcohol and all that, put aside. Look at your job. And better your health, better your future, look after your family very well. But if you think the job you have is not a job, I have so many people looking for this very what? Job you have right now. So let us today pay attention to the team we have invited. And probably at the end of it all, we can also remind you about some of the disciplinary what? Areas. Things like absent on duty, or absent without permission, late on duty, negligence of duty, direct refusal to carry lawful instructions, theft, forgery, all those things. But I want to thank you people very much that theft cases have reduced in MCT. At least that one has what? Reduced. Because there are those who used to steal the battery, fuel, and all that. All those things have gone what? They have gone down. The few cases we are seeing are basically accident, negligence, and all that, which this training is going to help us work on. Is that okay? Why should you steal just 1 liter of fuel? For what? Why should you steal a battery? Like now if you're a driver and you steal fuel. You know fuel is the blood of a vehicle. When there is no fuel, the vehicle will not what? Move. When there is no blood in your body, that will mark the end of what? You. I think that is what the first aid man is coming to what? To help us. There must be constant flow of blood in your what? Your body. So the vehicle you are driving, there must be constant flow of fuel in it. And so those disciplinary areas, let us try to minimize such that we move on. Is that okay? So with that, I want to thank you very much. And we are going to be a bit strict today at the entrance there. Since it is a training, I will request our phones either to be off or on silent mode. That's the first thing. Because the phones are many. Try to tame your what? Your phone. Then movement in and out, let us also minimize. But we are not going to say that you will not go out, because when the nature calls, you have to what? To go. But try not to interfere or disturb your neighbor. And then we are leaving here at around 5. At 5 we shall also check the list. If you have any pressing problem and you want to leave here, get permission. Because today we are going to give you full attendance. Is that okay? And so if you leave this room by midday or after lunch, we shall mark you absent. All together? Those taking attendance, anybody who will leave here before 5, we shall mark him or her absent. And you will not get a day's what? Pay. Yes, please. Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Good, good. I think you have heard. Is that okay? Right. I think without taking much time, I want us to move to our first session. And you are set. Okay, yes. I've been reminded that it's important we get to know one another. I don't know whether it is 8:50, and our first session is supposed to have started at 8:45. So let us use 10 minutes Yes, please. It's okay. Good. I understand you are from the same department. You already know one another. And therefore, let me call Amos to take us in our first session, and that is first aid.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? By names, I'm called Amos. I work with Uganda Red Cross Society attached to Kaolo Hospital, and I'm a trainer, road safety trainer, as well as a first aid trainer. So, in a disaster, I'm also the other side. So don't fear. I know some of you, we have been interacting with you for some good time, but for today, we are going to be brief. We are going to handle only 3 topics. That is the first aid, fracture. When we talk of first aid is different, that is the topic. Then we shall go to fracture, then the transport, then after transport, we close the chapter, we go for demonstration. Is that okay? Then after that, we shall go for demonstration. I have some demonstration here. I have some demo here with me, but some people may think that this is a witch doctor moving with the snake in the bag, but this is not a snake. This is a man, but it's not a living man. It is for our demonstration purpose. Now, direct to the topic. First aid. What is first aid? Is there anyone who has idea about first aid? Because I remember this is the same class I've been talking to before. Anybody with the idea? Okay. First aid is the first treatment. For those of you who are interested to write, you can write. First aid is the first treatment given to a casualty before he or she is taken to the nearest facility. First aid, should we use 2 languages or 1 language? 2. First aid ndio usaidizi ya kwanza mwenye mtu anampa mtu ambao amepata accident kabla yeye kupelekewa kwa hospitali au kwa facility ambayo iko karibu na yeye. Hiyo first aid. Aim of first aid. Kwa sababu gani unampa first aid? Unampa first aid kwanza kupunguza maumivu na kustop bleeding. Ya pili, kusave life. Kuona kama wanarudisha uzima mtu ile ambao juu. Mtu ambao ule mtu ambao amepata accident kama anaenda kufa, unaona kama unasaidia yeye asindo kukufa, unarudisha uzima yake. Ndio first aid. Yuko na aim ya mara mbili. Aim ya kwanza to save life. Aim ya pili, ya kwanza to save life, ya pili to reduce pain. In pain, that's when we go to bleeding and other things. Are we clear? So after first aid, what should a good first aider do? Well, if you are to become a first aider, what should a good first aider do? 1, a good first aider must be so creative and very fast. A good first aider should be so creative and very fast. Wanafaa kuwa kama wewe iko na ubongo ambao mnaweza fikiria. Ubongo ambao mnaweza fikiria very fast, then you take a decision. Ukue kama wewe nayo step ya pili mwenyewe unapeleka. Kuona kama uzima mtu ile ambao unaenda fanya nini? Kusave. Kitu ya kwanza amepata ajali. Lakini pale ambao wewe iko hakuna kuna kitu ambao wanaenda fanyisa. Unaweza fanyisa site yake, unaweza pata kamba ambao mnyeko karibu, unaona kama una stop bleeding na vitu zingine ambao yote inafaa kufanyilia. 2, you must be a decision maker. A decision maker wanafaa kuwa kama weko autonomous. A decision maker wanafaa kuwa kama sijui decision maker mtaongea namna gani. Kuna mtu ambao anajua Swahili anaweza kufahamisha sisi decision maker? Aha. Wanafaa kuamua kwa sababu sai kwa wakati wewe umejua mwenzi yako amepata ajali ambao amepata, inatakiwa nini? Inatakiwa kupeleka hospitali. Pata wenzi yako wengine ambao wako karibu na wewe wakusaidie. Wewe fanyisa decision yako, waamua mara moja kusema ati hii mtu kutokea kwa namna amepata ajali anatakiwa kupelekewa hospitali, anatakiwa kufanya vitu hivi na hivi. Tunaelewana? Ya tatu yake, a good first aider must have skills in first aid and knowledge. Unafaa kuwa kama wewe nayo skills kwa first aid na knowledge. Tunafahamu ambao skills kitu gani naaminisha na knowledge. Unafaa kuwa kama wewe nayo at least mafunzo kidogo kwenye naweza saidia wewe kusave life ya mtu ambao amepata ajali. Tunalewana? Kama wanielewe vizuri, unaweza kumwambia mimi ati Amosi sijafahamu mzuri, alafu mnarudia mara tena. Sitaki unaacha hii room unakwenda kabla ya kufahamu kitu ambao unafaa kufanya nini? Kufanya ndani ya field ambao pale mwenzi wako amepata ajali. Kwa sababu kesho unaenda fika huko unafanya kitu ambao mwenye hapana afaa, unaua mwenzi wako huko. Sisi iko tayari? Okay. Now, ninapanyita just brief, tunaenda kwenda kwa demonstration. 2. Wacha sisi tunaenda kwa fracture. Fracture is the breaking of the continuity of the bone. Fracture is the breaking continuity of the bone. It can be compound fracture or simple fracture. It can be compound fracture or simple fracture. Fracture is a continuity, fracture is the breaking continuity of the bone. It can be simple or compound fracture. Sasa hapa statement inasema breaking continuity of the bone. Sisi yote tunajua bone kitu gani naaminisha? Sisi yote tunajua bone kitu gani naaminisha? Bone ndio magumba. Sijui kama wanamita namna hii kwa Kiingereza. Kwa Kiswahili magumba, mafupa. Magumba iko kwa Luganda. Okay. Iko mafupa. So mafupa kama inavunjikana, iko ndani na rooms mwenye pale nani bone marrows zinakuwa. Sasa kama inavunjikana na bone marrows hizo zote zinavunjikana. Hizo kama wewe unakula magugu, kama unakula mlokoni, iko ile vitu mliona vuruta ndani ya magumba ile iko bone marrow. Bone marrow hii ndio nafanya nini? Ndio nafanya magumba kwa mwili ya mtu. Ndio nafanya magumba, tena ndio vile moja inafanya nani? Inafanya damu, generate damu kwa mwili yako. Sasa kama inavunjikana hivi, ndio inaaminisha inavunjikana paka mwisho, alafu bone marrow hizo zinatoka nje. Ndio wanasema continuity, the breaking continuity of the bone. Tunajua sisi yote hali magumba yanavunjikana. Okay. Sasa ndani ya statement moja anasema ati it can be open fracture or it can be simple fracture. Open fracture ndio hii magumba mnyoona yanavunjikana, ina penetrate hata na nyama yako hii. Inatoka nje, inasimama mrefu hivi nje. Sasa ingine inasimama mrefu nyeupe nje. Sema fulani amevunjikana, magumba yote imetoka nje. Tunaelewana? Hiyo ndio open fracture, inakuwa na bleedings. Alafu simple fracture. Simple fracture mwenye sisi tunasema simple fracture ndio iko fracture ambao mwenye wewe kusapata ajali umevunjikana, magumba hajaonekana nje hata kidogo. Tunaelewana? Magumba bado vunjikana, magumba bado toka nje, imebaki ndani ya mwili yako huko, lakini kusavunjikana iko kwa position. Saa nyingine wanapata kama magumba ifasi yake nyingine pale imevunjikana, imefura, imevimba. Ndio kufura. Wandugu na wadada, ndio kufura au namna gani? Inavimba. Lakini wanaona kama inavimba na minisha iko ndani bleeding ndani. Ya pili yake, ya tatu yake, kama